Many salutations to viewers and coins of the vault alike. I am Tatsumari, the self-proclaimed keeper of Maple Story lore and stories alike. There are many who do it, but I am the only one who does it like me. Ha ha ha! So, tonight, we are actually going to be playing, in the background, Satisfactory, but there's an extra twist. We are going to, while I am doing that, I'm actually only doing that while I'm waiting for submissions for the story prompt that I revealed last Friday, which is this right here. Yes, I know it is a bit long, but I wanted to make sure to include everything that I could on it. So, the prompt is, you promised your best friend that you would become the greatest warrior in the world and protect everyone. But most of all, your friend. 15 years later, you find yourself on the battlefield as the only remaining soldier in your platoon, facing down an army of barbarians. You're badly beaten and can barely stand. When they charge, you begin to pass out. Before you hit the ground, someone catches you, and you hear your friend's voice say, "It's all right. You've done enough. Now it's my turn." So, yes, that is going to be the prompt. We're going to be reading some short stories by viewers and coins of the vault alike. You don't have to be a subscriber or a follower to have something read. It'll be read live on stream, and we already have one submission I know for sure. And then who knows from there? And they'll be reading them live on stream. While I'm waiting for submissions, I will be building more on my train Empire Factory, where I'm actually going to be working on expanding on the power grid. And for those of you on Twitch, I will have a bingo game going, so that you can maybe win a choice out of my Wheel of Doom. But yeah, that's what we're going to be here for. And either one of you, either on YouTube or Twitch, you can submit a short story if you are able to complete it and bring it in time. Let me leave this up for you so you can see the rules. If you complete it in time and manage to submit, by all means, go for it. But yeah. However, before we get started, for those of you on Twitch, I do actually have to do a short ad break because Twitch needs to take its pound of flesh. And without that, I wouldn't be able to do what I do. So, what we're going to do, you guys are both on Twitch and on YouTube. You guys are going to see me convene with my dragon brethren. We will speak of stories. Well, you won't hear we talking or anything like that, but we will be speaking of stories in history past. And then those of you on Twitch, if you're immune to ads, great. If not, well, you'll be back shortly. So let me know what happened by putting in !ad jail if you get taken away by the ads. And yeah, that is what we was doing. So stay tuned. We shall be back after these massages. Alrighty, we appear to be back from that, so let's jump on over here. Let me push a button. And I want to give a big old warm welcome over on YouTube to Crosby Gonzalez. Welcome to the vault. You are the new shiny coin, and I hope you're at least mildly entertained by what you see from here on out. Alright, so let's get into it. And yes, it is raining. Yay! So, like I said before, I have done a little bit of work over here. I have gotten some of the pipes in that I need for routing the fuel into fuel generators. And it's going from over there and then putting them in here. And so, yeah, lots of building, but it takes a lot of time. Unfortunately, I thought I only need a certain amount of generators, and it turns out I need more generators. As you can see, that was a big thing, so I'm going to have even more power, which is awesome, but it just means more building. So, anyways, thank you all for coming. I hope you all have a great time here, because we're going to see about having some short stories read based on the prompt. So let me get that up on screen here. And yeah, we're going to have ourselves a rip-roaring time. Okie dokie. So I'm going to get a little bit of stuff underway here before we get into the reading. We need to get all of these covered, because if we don't have them covered, we're not going to be able to get the fuel together, at least efficiently. It's going to be a little bit of a, as me and my boss say at work, a little bit of a kundas. And for those of you who are Friends fans out there, yes. Oh, wait, I forgot. For those of you on Twitch, I gotta get the bingo game up and running. So, give me just a second here. Okay, okay, and this one, okay, so they should have been started. All right, let the bingo game start. And have fun. Yes, unfortunately, it's only for those it's only a game that's on Twitch. So if you want to be a part of it, go on to Twitch over there and you can check it out and click the widget, I think it's called, to be part of the bingo game while we're here. All right. Oh, that reminds me. I'm going to have to go put my parachute on, so that way the wet socks are going to be a thing. Because I was working with my my jetpack over here. Alrighty. I hear the hum of those generators. Shooting here? Yes. So we're going to take the jetpack off. We're going to put the jetpack and the fuel in storage here. And then we shall put the parachute back on. And then we are going to have some interesting times. As soon as I can figure out where I'm going. I already forgot. I don't have the jetpack on me. We're going to have a great time. Alrighty. Up to the roof. Oh, the roof. Roof. Wet socks are inevitable. Alrighty. And being that I was actually short on quite a bit of power, I actually have most of the factory pretty much shut down at the moment. So, if I do run out of materials, that'll be one of the things on Bingo that you guys have a chance of saying, hey, you did the thing! There is a high possibility that I might run out of plates somewhere along the way. Iron plates. The little gray plate thing that's there. Because since I don't have... Oops. Yes. It's all very satisfactory. Let's see. I need to be here. Let's see. Is this... Oh, yes, I do. Yes, I do. Well, the wet socks may not be inevitable this time, just because I'm going to be working on the a lot of the internal structure for this thing. So it might be a while before we see some wet socks. Alright, I'm going to get this covered. And as soon as we get this covered, there is actually a submission that was sent to me early by Jinx Pixie. So that is the first tale we are going to read based on the prompt. So, got that covered. And you know what? Let's just continue this on over here just because we can. Oops, did I miss one? Nope, I didn't. Here like so. And then we're going to come over here like so. Alrighty, so we have all the generators covered for now. Alright, so we're gonna scoot ourselves right in here. We're gonna take a look at the interface for the generator. But in the meantime, while we're facing that down, we're actually going to go into the writing office for now. And we're going to read the story from Jinx Pixie called Long Time No See. There it is. There we are. Okay. So, let's check this out. May 4th. 1977. Jake drew the curtains at their dorm, waking Flynn up.
Jake, it's 5 in the morning. We have classes and all,
he mumbled, watching his alarm. You told me that you want to learn to run faster, so, Jake reminded his friend, and threw clothes on his bed. Put some clothes on. I'll wait for you outside. While Flynn changed his clothes, he thought about where he could find himself in the future. With people like him, or living a normal life.
If I see myself doing something cool someday, I won't believe myself.
But people change, right? Ink and play! Thank you for the cheer! Woohoo! He thought, and walked to their dorm's door. 2 a.m., Japan, 1992. Oh. So, this is a while, okay. Jake ran on Tokyo's street, but soon found himself on a dead end, surrounded by the Yakuza's members. Okay, so this is from 77 and 92. That's 20, let's see. 77 and 97 would be 20 years. So this is 15 years later? Okay. I had to do quick math there. Math.
Do you think that running away is your answer?
A Yakuza leader asked while walking closer. I thought so. Give me a second, Jake said, slightly out of breath.
I am not patient. You owe me a new suit,
the leader said, and showed his white tuxedo, which was covered with wine. Earlier that evening, Jake was leaving the restaurant when he passed a nervous waitress who was carrying drinks to the Yakuza's table when she tripped. Jake already saw what was going to happen to the place, and so he had taken the blame, saying that he had accidentally almost hit the waitress. That's why she had spilled drinks all over him. How much? I've got money, Jake said calmly, raising his arm slightly when the leader laughed.
Oh, no. We handle this the other way,
he said, nodding his head to one of the members. The guy walked closer and attacked, which Jake dodged and punched him to the left cheek and kicked him away. Someone sneaked closer to him. When the member was close enough, he used his elbow to punch the member's stomach. But soon there was another problem. Jake's adrenaline started to fade away, and soon he found himself on the ground, beaten.
I'm impressed. If things were different, I would give you a job,
the leader said, while one of them held Jake's arm behind him. I'm fine, Jake answered shortly.
Good,
the leader said and walked closer, pointing at him with a butterfly knife.
Because that suit was expensive. Just like life.
Let him go, they heard a man's voice, coming from the shadows, and behind him, a group of young adults.
Go home, kids. It's past your bedtime,
someone told them. Oh, they have permission to stay awake,
a man answered, smiling.
But soon the smile disappeared, seeing Jake's situation. I can see what's going on. So here's the thing. If these kids beat your men, he's free to go. If not, you may continue. The leader saw that is too easy, because none of them carried weapons.
Deal,
the leader said, and they tossed Jake aside. Flynn and the medic helped Jake sit on the bottle box while the others started a fight. One of the men got a woman who was slim and a head shorter than him.
Watch out for your manicure,
he said, when suddenly the woman swept his legs from under him and soon felt air come out of him, feeling a strong but slim leg on top of him. The member lay unconscious on the street, while a woman looked at him.
Oh, I will, if I ever get those,
the woman answered, and went to help the others. Jake? Jake, can you hear me? Flynn shook his friend awake, who managed to open his eyes barely.
Long time no see,
Jake huffed, where Flynn nodded. You too. This is Kenji, a friend of mine, he said, what Jake wouldn't believe.
Funny. I remember you as a shy person,
he told Flynn, who already watched the situation. His student had handled the Yakuza members just like Flynn had taught them, and now the boss was on his knees. Take care of him, Flynn told the medic and stood up. Good job. You know what to do next, Flynn told them, who left, to make sure that none of the outsiders hadn't seen anything. Flynn started to walk in front of the leader, who kept his head bowed.
What do you want? Money?
He asked, where Flynn answered and chuckled sarcastically. Funny. You just wanted to handle the situation differently, Hoshino Kentaro. Or should I say, Matsuda Hiroto? Flynn said heavily, while squatting in front of him. The leader raised his head, hearing that name that no one else knew. How do you know that? He only could ask, confused. I know everything about you. And what comes to money, when it comes to money, guess what? You don't own anything anymore. Not even a car. All the money went to those who need it the most. The leader was quiet for a while before he started to laugh. You and your words, he smiled like a winner. I know people and they don't know that you exist. Flynn stopped him coldly and raised his hand where haze floated. These are their memories about all of you. And now, well, here. Flynn put the same hand on the leader's face and started to change their emotions. That one of them had spilled wine on top of their boss. When Flynn finished using his ability, they heard a police siren near them. He stood up, helped Jake to his feet, and then the three of them stepped into the portal, which closed after them. All right. Yes! I like it, Jinx. I like it. That was very, very... Oh, it's kind of hard to see, but let me see. That was very satisfactory. Especially with the ending. And by the way, for those over on YouTube, Andrew3422, hello! How are you doing this evening? So, yeah, cool. And, like, it probably has something to do with what I've been watching recently, especially I've decided to try and rewatch the Mortal Kombat 1 storyline. And I can't remember, there's one guy in there, he's from the original games. I think it's from Mortal Kombat 9? Maybe 10. It's otherwise known as X. He uses a sword called Sento. He's a blind guy, but he uses a sword named Sento to see. Has this like whole magic thing going on. I think his last name is Takahashi. I can't remember right off the top of my head right now. My mind is going bleh. But this I think it was his other student, that's who it kind of like immediately came to mind, was that guy. I could just imagine him being like just this ultra cool guy just coming up and like, all right, I'll just bop. Beats him into the ground. It's like it's barely a warm-up for him. At least that's what I imagine happening. Okay, let's... Oh yeah, I need those. Okay. Alrighty. So we got the first submission down. And submissions are open for any and everybody to submit a story if you'd like. If you'd like to have something read, use it both on Twitch and I know I have the rules chopped off on screen. That's because I couldn't quite fit the prompt on screen so you guys can see what it is. But if you guys want to have something read, use the command !read my thing and it'll get my attention for stuff to happen. So, like I said, submissions are open. There is no like specific time to say, oh, now is the time to submit. No, submit at any time. And by the way, Jinx, I want to tell you right now, as you have done these prompts and stuff like that, I see your improvement over time. I wanted to make sure and give you big props for that. It's with every story you submit and stuff like that, I see your improvement. And I know English is not your first language, but I do see the improvement over time. I wanted to make sure and give you, very big props. Very big props. You get 3 claps. All right, so now it is time. It is time, as Rafiki would say from Lion King. All right, we're going to grab you, and we're going to go. Yep. Okay, is that yes? Okay, grab the pipes. Bring them down. Have any of you ever seen the World's Strongest Man competitions? And we're talking like there are guys, they're like 6'9" or something like that. They can lift like half a car by themselves. Big, brawny, just they're the kind of guys that are like the fat strong. They're not like super ripped or something like that, but they're like kind of like the chubby, the tubby strong. There was I want to say the official. It used to be on TV for a while, but there used to be an official that was on there, and when he would call out the reps, you could hear him in the background. He goes, lift, down, lift, down. And he sounded exactly like that. I just thought that was just a funny bit of stuff. All right. I can't fit my big fat head. Oh, man. So how's everybody doing tonight? Whether on YouTube or on Twitch, how's your evening, your morning, your day, your night? How's it all going? Hopefully it's better because you're here with me. But how was it otherwise? We're going to come over here. I just also recently learned, I forgot to mention this on the last Maple Story stream, but there is a brand new class coming out on Wednesday next week. So what I'm probably going to do is the Sunday after that class comes out, which is not this coming Sunday, but next Sunday, we're going to be checking out that class. What the heck? How did I mess that up? We're going to be checking out that class and its storyline. It goes along, for those of you who remember, the Sia Estelle storyline. It's kind of that same group of classes, kind of the whole Star Warriors kind of deal. I think I saw somewhere that those particular classes, not only this one coming out, but also the Sia class, that they were not exclusives, but first introduced in the Maple Story M. I think it was Maple Story M, which is like the mobile version of Maple Story. So, and they have like their whole little side story going on there. So there's that. But it's coming to Maple Story Global. We're going to check it out. And from what it appears, from everything I have seen, that particular class is kind of leans into like Irish mythology a little bit. Especially having to do with Cuchulainn, and I think, if I understood the way the skills are named, deals with Cuchulainn and also deals with Finn McCool. I could be wrong, but just based on what I saw, that's what it appears to be. So when we get there, I will be sure and let you know what I know and what I have learned about it. Now, just keep in mind that what I have learned about these mythologies, it's not to be taken as gospel. It's just something, I have learned. This is how I've learned it, and there could be other parts of the story that are missing that I do not. I do not have an extensive knowledge of this particular mythology, so yeah. If anything else, I'm just kind of regurgitating what I've heard and what I know about it. So if you guys want to know more about it, well, you guys have fingers. You guys know how to avoid the Google AI, so check it out for yourselves. Okay, get up here. Alright, so that's that being taken care of. Now we got another one. Okay, this one, we're gonna go here. Alright. Okay, how did I just barely missed. Dab nabbit! It's a big scary monster. Oh my goodness! Mama Rednex has a story for us to read. Okay. Let me get into a position over here to where we can see the claps. Alrighty, we're out in the sunshine. I believe it's morning. Yeah, it's morning, so we're gonna have daylight for a while. Okay. Let me bring this up again. Let's check this out. Alrighty, so from what it looks like, we have the shield and sword, or we have two different ones. The shield and sword, okay. Let me get into the reading office really quick. All right. So, The Shield and Sword by Mama Rednax. The forest around me burns and crackles as the smoke blankets the battlefield, covering the bodies of the dead. No, wait. I'm going to do something a little different. The forest around me burns and crackles as the smoke blankets the battlefield, covering the bodies of the dead. When the war horns of the encroaching army sound, it shatters the silent numbness that settled in after the last enemy fell to my sword. I had led a contingent of soldiers ahead of the larger regiment. I knew these mountains better than anyone. I grew up not far from here, but that wasn't the reason I'd made the decision to go on ahead. The stillness around me leaves a hollow feeling in my chest as I begin to look around for survivors. I'll become the best. I'll protect everyone. I'll protect Tegan. The promise I had made all those years ago burns through me as my eyes catch on the battlefield shield, on my battered shield. The crest of the kingdom cast in black iron. It's bent around shattered wood. A Tragon, the legend that had kept this border between our kingdoms, has become a distant memory.
people have forgotten the mountainous felines that were more than a symbol of black and gold. I still remember their massive fur-covered bodies, standing twice as tall as a man, with clawed hands and thick manes to protect their necks. Another war horn pierces my thoughts. I take a step, but the wound in my side causes me to stumble. I wrap a protective arm around over the wound, fighting to remain upright. But my blade's tip sinks into the muck as my strength begins to fade. The night I met Tegan flashes before my eyes. I was 12 years old. I'd been trying to track a herd of deer. They had led me deeper into the mountain than I ever been before. I hadn't been afraid until night fell. I found a cave for shelter, but I wasn't the only one who had the same thought. Something moved at the mouth, but didn't enter. Anxious, I drew my bow, ready to fire at whatever came in when a small voice called out to me.
I won't hurt you, if you won't hurt me.
My knees began to buckle, my body no longer having the strength to stand. Before I hit the ground, an arm wraps around me. The heat is warm enough to be felt through my armour. Struggling, my eyes come into focus. The face is older, having lost the soft lines I'd known all those years ago, but Tegan's dark eyes are full of concern as they stare back at me. What are you doing? What are you doing? Get away from here, Tegan! My voice cracks from the fear gripping me. He shifts my weight, moving me gently and propping my back against the shield. He's so much stronger than when I left. His ears twitch in annoyance, but his voice is soft when he speaks.
I came because the mountain echoes with sounds of war.
His voice is so much deeper. I can practically feel my armor vibrate from the rumble. I scoff. Still don't know when to stay away, do you? Since when did you grow such a thick mane, you scrawny runt? Tegan's ears flatten, and he hisses at me before a fanged smile takes over.
I see you're still as stubborn as ever. You'd think you'd have learned by now when to be afraid.
A chuckle rumbles out of him that sounds like crashing rocks thundering down a mountain. It got me this far. I pant. The fringes of my vision begin to darken again. His claws pick at my armour, slicing through the straps as if they were blades of grass. His long fingers press to the wound at my side, and my whole body jerks in pain.
Tegan.
I growl through gritted teeth, but he doesn't stop as the heat from his touch intensifies. When he finally pulls away, the heat begins to cool. When I look down, the wound I had received is sealed closed, a thick scar running across my side. What? How did you...
You aren't the only one who learned to become stronger,
Tegan says as he shifts away from me, lowering his massive frame from all fours. So we are eye to eye.
You need to rest now.
I grunt, trying to gather the strength to rise. I fall back as a wave of dizziness rushes over me. The bleeding may have stopped, but the weakness hasn't. You need to get out of here. If anyone sees you... The war horn that sounds is closer. Without the blood pounding in my head with every heartbeat, I can hear the war drums now too.
You need to let your body heal,
Tegan says firmly, a slight snarl forming on his face when I try to move again.
Remain still, Falk.
If that army advances, I snap back at him, there won't be any reason for people to stay out of the mountains.
You fought until you were the last man standing. Tegan's voice rumbles deeply. You kept our secret for 15 years. It's all right. You've done enough. Now it's my turn.
Tegan rises slowly, towering over me, the thick fur of his mane outmatched by the width of his shoulders. I can see the massive muscles flexing as he turns to walk away. "What are you doing, Tegan?" I cry after him. He doesn't answer me. Instead, a roar echoes around the clearing. Metal armor and shields clatter from the vibration as he prowls through the smoke and into the burning tree line. The beat of war drums falters, and the world falls silent. Then, from somewhere in the distance, another roar answers. All right. That was awesome, Mama Rednecks. That was very, very satisfactory. Well, I hope I did it justice for you, because that was an accent I haven't used in a while, so hopefully it gave it a little bit more whimsy and a little more punch, I guess you could say. I don't know if that's the word I'm looking for or not, but hopefully I did it justice for you. Probably wasn't, like, the characters probably weren't exactly how you imagined them. So there's that. Let's see. Oh. Let's see. This and that. And over here. Okay. Cool. I can only imagine right now Mama Rednecks is over there going, "I'm going to make a clip out of that." Or at least he's probably trying to. I don't know. Cool. Very cool. So, if you were to continue that, what would be the outcome for it if you were to continue? Would Tegan be victorious, or would he brought his own, like, I don't know, Black Panther tribe with him to absolutely destroy everybody? At least that's kind of like my first thought. Whether that's actually true or not is a different story, but that was my first thought. Okay, there. Okay. Cool. And, just, like, based on the description, I'm getting, like, this picture in my head. I don't know if you guys have seen it or not, but there's kind of there has been some artwork that has been circulating Instagram sometimes, where used to patrol the mountains, keeping both kingdoms out of the mountains. Okay, so kind of like the Tengu of Japanese mythology. But I don't know if you guys have seen, there's some like humanish anthro art that I've seen of Lion King characters. And my first thought with Tegan is I imagine him as like this humanized looking Simba, but like all black. That's how I imagine him looking. Nope, nope. Not high enough. Nope. Hup. Think medieval depicted lion, but the size of a bear. Ah! Okay. Yeah, that'd be a sight to see. Oh, come on! I have missed the platform twice now, so with that said, miss the platform there, and miss the platform there. Because I've done it twice now in a row. All right. Okay, let's turn off the run. There we go. Now I'm where I want to be. Ah! I missed the platform again. All right. Bingo is in full swing! That's another thing I gotta get. There was I saw a clip. I'm gonna have to see if I can get it for from Invader Zim. Is it? I missed my platform again. Good grief! I am just like handing them out tonight. Anyways, the call out from Invader Zim. I was trying to figure out how to. I had a good thing to to use it for, but the clip is, I think it's the main kid's dad. He's like a scientist guy. And he says, "Who? Nobody is more excited for this thing." And then somebody goes, "I am." And the next thing you think, he's like, he runs from the stage and points his finger in the dude's face, going, "Not scientifically possible." I want to see if I can get something like that for call-outs or something like that. Insert raccoon meme.
Excellent.
Sir, we're going to have to cancel everything.
Excellent. Listen, Smithers, I want you to go down to the local store and get me a popsicle.
Do you mean the ones that don't weigh you down?
What else do you think I mean, Smithers? Now get going.
All right. So. Does that work?
Let's see. That appears to work. How about this? That's straight up and down. Okay. It didn't look like it was for a minute. All right. Well, let's continue on then. This one, that one, and then this one. This one. Hmm. Okay, good. I was gonna say, did I put that somewhere else? All right, let me check something really quick. Okay. All right, so the submissions are still open for anybody who would like to submit a story to be read live on stream. You just got to follow these routes, both either YouTube or Twitch. Should be either one. I think the command still works on YouTube, so if you guys want to have over on YouTube, if you have a short story based on this prompt that you'd like to have read live on stream, by all means, use the command, which is ! Read my thing. That'll get my attention, like no spaces whatsoever. ! Read my thing, just all put together, and it should come up with something. If not, I'll at least see it in chat. Either that or just say, hey, over here, you know, be a... What was it? Be a Navi.
Hey, listen.
Nope, that's not it. Ha! I gotta see if I can make a I think I'll make it a reward just for like one dragon scale, just so that way it can pop up. But it'll be like a
Hey, listen.
for the right reading redemptions. Either that, or I need to see if I can find a way to have it to where the commands will do it. I don't know how to do that right off the top of my head, but I'll do some research on it and see if I can find something. Ah! I fell down. Okay. No.
There we go. I did not miss my platform that time.
You.
I don't know why every time I do that, I revert to finish the fight from Halo 4, I believe it is. Da 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 da. It is an epic song, by the way. It might not even be the right song I'm thinking of. Yeah, because finish the fight is da 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 dun da da da. Regardless, it's a song from Halo that I'm thinking of. All right. Pans, how you doing? We actually want this. Then we are going to go up this way. I think that's good. Alright, cool. And then no, we want to go no big deal. What pray tell were we getting lost in? So that we all may silently judge you. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm joking. Very big jokes. You know. We all love you here. Shangri-La Frontier. That doesn't ring a bell right off the top of my noggin. I'll have to, I will have to look it up. Alrighty. So I'm going to set up all the unpackagers for the moment. Because that is the biggest pain in the booty. Oops. Yes, it was all very satisfactory. Oh yes, cool. Yay! Care to give us a synopsis? It's one of those really immersive video game sort of animes. Okay, so like isekai with MMO elements kind of deal? That seems to be kind of like a lot of, at least a lot of the ones that I have seen in recent months have kind of been that. Or, for lack of better terms, a really, like a more, like a reality version of Sword Art Online kind of deal. Kind of, except an actual game, not an isekai. Okay. So it has the full dive kind of thing where you're, you know, you're actually the game character, not just sitting at a keyboard and mouse. I kind of gotta wonder, though, you know, for the sake of conversation, if something like the full dive technology came into being, to where you put it on and you were actually like kind of a miniature Matrix kind of deal, where you got separated from your body, but you're your game character. Would you actually try it? He's only ever played bad games, then he gets super invested in this good quality game and has to deal with his friends from the bad games causing him issues in the new game. Okay. And let me guess. One of the girls on there just absolutely loves him, right? Because he's so strong. I'm not clowning on it. It's something that seems like that pops up a lot of those amines. What the heck? What the heck is an amine? So how's your other than that, how was your day, Pans? Oh, by the way, now that I see it, we got another ad coming up in about a minute. I'm going to continue just on over here kind of doing stuff. If you're immune to ads, cool. If not, well, you'll be back shortly. Just let me know what happened to you by putting in !ad jail. Some people does love him, but she had a school crush on him and then found out he had started playing a game, so she is sort of unintentionally stalking him in the game to get close to him. Ha 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 ha. Oh, goodness, I am. Man, I got literally fried today at work. It was so toasted. Or it was so toasty. Let me put it that way. I didn't get toasted. Because no, I do not smoke. Just period. I do not smoke. Have to do something a little different here. It's been alright. Exam's kicking my butt though. Oh no! How are you doing on those? Do you know, or do you know yet, I should ask? One more. And we'll stick you right here. Where'd you go? There you are. Alrighty. So now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and some change. Okay. So now we got some. I guess probably she probably got caught up in ads. That's probably why. Okay. Yay! Oh, I just need to belt it on over. Go. Doot. And doot. And doot. Itchy head. All of a sudden. Alright, and then let's get back to it. Alright. Nope. I don't know what happened there. Alright, so... Actually... Hey, I've been out working in the sun all day. I have an excuse. Oh boy, I'm gonna sleep good tonight. At least I hope I do. Do, do, do. Okay, and we're going to put, and then doot, doot. All right, cool. So, I'm not sure if you got caught up in ads pans or not, but do you happen to know how well you're doing in the exam so far, or are those not yet released? Ah! Or are they going to be a jerk and, like, hold your scores until, like, the day you go to sign up for your next classes, and they'll be like, oh, nope, you can't do that because you failed. Oops. I might also be on a little bit of delay, so I'll give you a little bit of forgiveness. You are forgiven this one time. I was just asking if you had known how well you're doing on your exam so far.
Completely flunked my math. Oh ho ho! Like, how was just again? This is just conversation. You don't have to answer if you don't want to. But you said you completely flunked. How badly? Was it bad, or was it like just barely? Oof. Ooh. Oh boy. Can we get some dragon hearts in the chat for Pans over here? Get them some healing balm in the chat. Come on. Pass with a C+ for the year. All right, well. At least you passed, right? Now, just because, you know, I'm a pretty ancient dragon over here. Is this for high school or is this for college/university? No more math for me. Yay! Well, you know, high school, yeah. All right, cool. And is this your graduating year, or is it your, is it another year for you? Just to make you guys feel older. Well, hey, you know, a lot of times people usually say I appear and probably even sound younger than I really am, so there is that. I do have that going for me. Nah, still got some time left, but I'm getting closer to leaving. All right, cool. Well, here's to your graduation, or at least at the moment. Early congrats on the graduation. Okie. Okay. Oh wait, no, I know what I want to do. There we go. to you.
Ah, no. Itchy forearm.
Alrighty. So, you guys, I'm gonna put you there.
Itchy head all of a sudden.
Alright. And then we are going to bring you out. Out. And then we're gonna go to here. And then we're gonna go to here. We're gonna go like this. By the way, submissions are still open for short stories for the writing prompt. There will be more of it next week, so you don't have to like, oh no, I gotta get it in this week. No. There'll be one more next week if you want to get your story in. Or this prompt will be up for one more week. So you're more than welcome to try and get it in then, if you so desire. Participation is not mandatory. It is only for fun. And somewhere along the way to help you brush up on your writing skills, if so desired. Help you improve your writing skills. Which, you know, I'm probably not, I wouldn't call myself an amazing writer. I'd say a decent writer. But either way, it's fun. It's fun stuff. And plus, I get more stories for the library. No, I don't actually have a library, but more stories become legend here on the channel. Alright, so we got 3 incoming lines of packaged fuel. And if everything goes according to plan, we should have 7 by the time we're all set and done. So we got that one taken care of. So we got 3, 4, 5. Yeah. Actually, we might actually be a little bit short. Oh well. We'll work from the. We'll start at the back and work our way. Starting to sound like the caveman cooking. The guy who wrote a book called The Legend of
Follow the conveyor belt road. Follow the conveyor belt road. Follow, 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 follow the conveyor belt road. Follow the conveyor belt road. I don't remember the rest of the words. Struggle! How you doing, man? I'm keeping it nice. How's stuff on your side? How's writing? How's life? How do? Let's see that yellow, blue, evening. Chilling. All right. Cool. That's the best you can ask for. This time I decided to be posting it daily this week. All right. Cool. Very nice. For computer program. Okay. All right. Like actual building a computer, or are we talking like just something that you're working on that's on the computer? Okay, so actually what we're going to do, we're going to grab you, and we're going to put you like so. It's programmatic. Okay. Yeah, that sounds like it should be the part of the, what was it? The Daft Punk song. I think it's. Oh, what is it? What is it? It's gonna drive me nuts if I don't look it up right now. Give me a second. Programmatic. It sounds like it should be part of the song Technologic by Daft Punk.
Buy it, use it, break it, fix it.
I can't remember the whole. I actually had like half the song memorized for all the words at one time. But that's what it sounds like it should be part of. Oops. Nope. Ah! There we go. There we go. Now we need some level 4 belts. No! Didn't want to do that. I want to do from here to here. Oh. Work it, make it, do it. Work it harder, make it better, do it faster, makes us stronger. More than ever, hour after hour, work is never over. Work it harder, make it better, do it faster, makes us stronger. More than ever, hour after hour, work is never over.
Okie dokie.
So, let us see what we can do over here.
We are taking this, that, that,
Too bad we can't be like Kibbits and actually boop all of this. Alright, so we're gonna grab you. And then we are going to... Oh, wow, we're out of plastic over here. That's not good! So we're going to put you right here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to grab a yo. We're going to put you... No, first off we're going to turn you around. So we're going to put you... These lined up? No! Of course not. Okay. There we go. There we go. Now we're doing it. Okay. There. No. This is not turning out the way I wanted it to. Tip. Tip two. I can't do that. What am I... What is it I am trying to do? I am seriously drawing a blank right here. Buh. Brain is just going buh. Okay, so what we're going to do, we're going to take this apart. That I can work with. And this, we're just gonna go whoop right across it. Because we can.
So, has anybody ever seen or played any of the Mortal Kombat games? And if so, who is your favorite character? Not the one you main. I mean, as far as the one, like, story-wise or character development-wise, what's your favorite character? Again, only if you are familiar with the Mortal Kombat series. Let's grab you. Boop you there, boop you there. Boop you there, and bump you there. Bump you there. Bump you there. Bump you there, and do. Okay, so this is empty, which means that I must now pick another one. And that would be a decent one. Ah. Nope, I gotta go the long way around. Okay, and now we have more containers to be made. Yay! Alright. Because now we have plastic coming in. A fresh infusion of plastic for the containers. Nope. There's the 2-hour mark. I guess I was on here for a little while long. Like, I had the game open longer than I've been playing. That's why. That's why it gave me the 2-hour warning. It's a funny thing because, like, when you play every 2 hours, Satisfactory will, like, come up with that. Speaking of which, I need some water. Alrighty. You know, probably for the Friday streams, being that for some of you it's kind of late by the time I end stream, I should probably have a more nighttime-esque outro. What do you think? Something that's like on your way out, on your way going to sleep, kind of a lullaby kind of thing. I'll have to see if I can find some songs like that from MapleStory. They do exist. I just don't remember what they are right off the top of my noggin. Or do you think the stream outro that I have right now still works okay? No, I love the outro song. Well, I mean, I'd still keep the Wednesday one, but I mean, for like the Friday night one, being that is usually like past midnight for you guys by the time I'm done. I'm just thinking of something that's a little more bedtimey. Rather than waking you back up. That's the thought behind it anyways. This is past midnight for you guys. Right, yeah, that's what I mean, you know. I'm thinking of doing something a little more bedtimey. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, how many do we have so far? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we got 5. Six, 7, and the 6, 7, and the leftover. Okay, yeah. So I did this right. Okay. So this is not going to work, at least not like this. Okay, there we go. That's gonna work a little nicer the way I want it to. I mean, it's not going to interfere, not gonna get any clipping in this belt over here. those are gonna go somewhere else. Okay. Then, I'm going to take this one, and go this way. Take this one, and go this way. That's all 7 of those. And now I need the extra one to come over here too. Yep. Ooh, that was smooth. Then we're going to take a yaw and we're going to do the same thing that we did over there. But we're going to go here so that we can clear these conveyor belts. then I'm gonna bring this over here, like so, and I'm gonna bring it over here. This unpackaged. Yes. Take this pipe and go in there. Yay! Alright, so we got a few minutes left until end of stream, so I am going to hook up all the pipes. Because that's basically all we have time for. No. No.
Itchy head.
Ah, I hate when it does this. It's some kind of glitch with the pipes. I don't know exactly what's going on there. That even though it's from one side, it like if it's on the underside, it acts like it got connected to this top side over here. I don't know what the heck is going on there. Doop, doop. Doop, doop. Ah, there's another one. Yeah, like this pipe is actually like connected up here, for some reason. I don't know what the deal is. Like, did it get flipped or something? Oh wow, both of these are doing it. That's stupid. Boop. 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 Boopity 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 boop. Oops. Boopity boopity boop. No. Boop-de boop-de boop. And boop-de whoop-de doop-de doo. Doopity doo da doopity day. My oh my, what a wonderful day. All right, all of that is finished, and we are now exactly out of time. So, thank you all for coming, especially to Jinx Pixie and to Mama Rednecks for your submissions of the story. It was extremely satisfactory. So, next time we're around, we're probably going to go somewhere over there. And, let's see. Yeah, over in that direction. We're going to be working on a elevator part factory
so that we can get on to the next phase of the game. I've kind of been stuck because I've been just working on stuff all together, and being that I'm working on it in such a big scale, but I don't, it's taken me a while to get to this scale. It takes a little while to get there. So we're going to be doing that over there towards home base. And then over here, we're going to be putting together some pipelines. Probably seeing if we can get the fuel to go from there to there. And then we have to make the outputs for all of the containers so they can go over to the water station, which is over there somewhere. So they can be recycled back in to make some water bottles to get, just make a closed loop out of it. And then from there, don't know what we're going to be doing. We'll see. But thank you all for coming. I hope you all enjoyed it. And I hope to see you on the next one. So, this coming Sunday, we're going to be going back into MapleStory, where we will be checking out some of the side quests, some of the lesser known ones. I'll have to probably jump around between characters because some characters have them, some characters don't, just because they're like, on my main character, I've done so many quests that I think some I have already done and I've forgotten about them. Others, they're all around. Some have been done on one character and some have been done on another character, so I have to probably jump around a few characters here and there. But that is what we're doing. I am working on compiling the last little bit of the Ren storyline because there is some new stuff that I learned that I haven't compiled yet. But I will be working on that. I do actually have to go back and redo the the Heroes of Maple storyline. I'll record that on my own time, but I do have to redo that because for whatever reason on the VOD, the game audio didn't come through. It didn't get recorded, so I don't know what happened there. I honestly don't know. So I'll have to do that. I am also working on Chapter 24, Part 2 of MapleStory the novel, a Sacred Tears audiobook, so that'll be coming out soon. And I said I was going to do it on Wednesday, but I kind of lost track of time, so I will be uploading the new chapter of MapleStory the novel Guardians up over on Inkit and Wattpad. If you guys want to go check it out, hold on, I gave you the wrong one. If you want to go check it out over on Inkit and Wattpad, it will be up there tonight. And yeah, that's what I got going all for this. Wednesday, we shall be back with more writing, and I will be working, again, like I said, I will be working on another chapter from Guardians, possibly the final chapter of that book. I have to double check it. And then on Friday, we shall be back with more of the story prompt reading. It'll be the second week for this story prompt. So if you want in, you can check it out. And the story prompt is, again, you promised your best friend that you would become the greatest warrior in the world and protect everyone, but most of all, your friend. 15 years later, you find yourself on the battlefield as the only remaining soldier in your platoon facing down an army of barbarians. You're badly beaten and can barely stand. When they charge, you begin to pass out. Before you hit the ground, someone catches you, and you hear your friend's voice say, "It's all right. You've done enough. Now it's my turn." It doesn't necessarily have to be facing down barbarians. You can do what Jinx did and have them face the Yakuza or something like that. That was awesome. Big claps for you tonight, Jinx. And I hope you found it. Everybody found everything interesting tonight. And the Sunday stream this coming week is going to start at 10:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. The Wednesday stream is going to be starting at 4:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. and the Friday streams will be starting at 7:30 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So, yeah, I hope to see you on the next ones.
There's a feeling deep inside. Let it be your prayer. Show me the power you can hide.
Thanks everyone for coming to the stream, and I hope to see you again next time. If you want to catch whenever I go live, subscribe or follow to become a coin of the vault so you never miss a thing. Wherever you're viewing from, have a look around my YouTube channel for more stuff, including the audiobooks of Maple Story the novel Sacred Tears, Sly Cooper Rise of Vexen, and Arcane. Each story is fully voice acted with sound effects and background music so that you can sit down and watch or listen to while you go about your day. You can also find all kinds of previous storylines from Maple Story that I've already done. So, until next time, my friends.
Never be afraid to fall. Throw yourself into it. Victory's waiting for you. Go fight, show your energy. Don't slow down, no time to waste. Nothing stops